The other day I was watching this show called Dungeon Meshi, and to be honest, it might be one of my favorite animes of all time. There's an astonishing amount of emotional intelligence put into the writing compared to other shows within the medium. Like, I do enjoy watching the anime, it's just that Kazuma wants to marry little girls, heroes attracted to psychopaths, and every other shonen protagonist feels like they just want to help people.
Because that's their ninja way.
And to see a cast with such emotional depth, it's refreshing. Laios is a bundle of energy, and the result is people finding him weird, and not just weirdly inspiring for no reason. Marcel is capable and intelligent, but plays by the rules too often, which leads to her missing potential solutions to issues that are right in front of her. And since she's consistent in showing his deep respect for nutrition and the environment, and Chojic has quite the satisfying character arc early on in the series, so I won't spoil it. Everyone feels so human, and there's so many characters introduced throughout the series, each with their own dispositions and motivations. The show itself feels like a masterclass in character writing. The fact that it manages to be a comedy, a horror, battle anime, and a slice of life all at once is beyond impressive. And even with all that praise, I still haven't mentioned the surprising well thought out history of magic systems, politics, and ecology throughout the show. And of course the diverse, and dare I say, delicious meals made within the dungeon, bruh. Oh my god. Anyways, so what does this have to do with animation? Nothing. I just really like Dungeon Meshi. But what I've been building up to this entire video is that after watching the show for a while, I've noticed the trend. It started with a clip of Laios being blasted through the air, and I thought to myself, wow, that looks gross. But what really got me thinking was this scene when Sensei is throwing Laios his sword. It's gross, crude, ugly, poorly drawn, but also amazing. Same with Marcel's hair in this shot, or Laios and his sister in this one. The principle driving what's arguably Dungeon Meshi's best animated scenes is the same thing that makes smear frames and impact frames so appealing. I think it's because the idea of the thing is more important than the actual thing. Animating Sensei throwing the sword is one thing, but animating a man using every ounce of his strength to throw a blade in the heat of battle is another. And that's part of the reason Dungeon Meshi's animation is so noteworthy. I'm not saying extreme and non-conventional animation is automatically better. Ghibli captures the feeling of being in nature by drawing nature. It is good if you're going for a more chill atmosphere. But there are plenty of examples of extreme choices leading to extremely good production quality. In Land of the Lustrous, the idea of a large looming entity, high-speed acrobatics, or a vast expanse is turned up to 11 with the insane camera work. While in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, various levels of motion and energy are conveyed by manipulating the frame rates of objects and characters on screen. And of course, SpongeBob often emphasizes subjects by displaying illustrations that completely break the art style. This is to say, while crazy animation that's sporadic and all over the place is definitely impressive and visually appealing, I acknowledge that it doesn't automatically make it the best choice. But by breaking the rules a bit, whether frame rate, art style, camera work, or just breaking everything, an animator can show the audience what's happening, but also how what's happening should make them feel, or how it makes the character feel. The best kind of animation is the type that makes you feel what's on screen, not just see it. What I think is most important that an animator accomplishes is the idea of what's happening, not what actually happens. A common pitfall of animation seems to be the insistence on drawing things as they are rather than as they seem. There's a clear minimum amount of quote-unquote polish required for each frame, resulting in stiff animation. When animators go, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna just scribble on the screen. It looks good, and that's why I think it should be the standard. I want more Suzies, more dark regs, more gross close-up, and more whatever the hell Nietzsche Joes, and more Ghibli. The Madmen made running look iconic. Little running, just a person running, just down the stairs, it just looks iconic. I don't know how to explain it. You're through your thick skulls, people. There's ideas over actuality. Don't animate an object, animate the motion, animate the emotion. It's basic squash and stretch. I don't care if Sasuke breaks his neck halfway through this shot. The clip looks 10 times better because he does. And you know what? Screw it. I don't care if Nanachi looks like a little bunny child. She looks 10 times better because she does. It's idea over actuality. It's idea.